Hi everyone. Please ignore the noise outside because my mom is on the phone. She's talking to my mom's friend about things. Yeah. Well, I haven't been doing well. Obviously, I haven't been doing well. If you follow me on Instagram. Well, I know I promised to do a video on baking cookies, but that night it was too late and I just couldn't tape it because my mom was doing it and she just started before I could really get to filming. But she'll be making another batch for this friend on the coming days, so I will try to make a video for it. That's a little upsetting because, you know, it's just with my counselor and feels like everything was going so well and it's like suddenly it's like falling apart because I have this habit of emailing her and she say that I focus too much on the email and I don't engage enough during the session. So then I got really offended and rejected, like she doesn't want me anymore, and it's almost like she took away the most important tools that I can communicate to her. It made it really hard and I started like getting really angry through emails, and the last session didn't go well. I was just mad and I didn't really talk. So then, well, this is part of my life, you know. It's not something that I'm happy to show you guys, but then there it is. Well, yep, I cut again and I wrote the word hate. I don't know, I just hate. Sometimes I feel like I hate everybody and everything in this world. I guess some of you do relate to this. Like, I have no idea why, but I just hate myself. I hate my life. I hate everything in this world, and everyone is almost like, and vice versa. I feel like everybody hate me and all that. So I always try to make things up and stuff. And then well, I'm waiting for a reply because yesterday I saw like I got really angry again and then I sent her another email, which is bad. And today I just couldn't bear to like lose her, and I sent her an apology. So I don't know what she's gonna do, but I find myself really hard to deal with. I have no idea how other people bear with me, especially when I really show who I am, like my real self, with all my tempers and my personality and stuff, and I'm just not an easy person to go with. So anyway, I'll wait for a reply and see what she's gonna say. But today I want to show you guys, I went to the bookshop and I saw two books that got me interested. I just really couldn't bend my leg. I couldn't sit in, you know, the cross leg position. This side of my leg cannot really stretch out because it still hurts. I wanted to see a doctor, but it was like better this morning until like now it's not as good. So I don't know. Just hard, and the red mark is still not going away, still there, and I wonder what they are. But okay, these two books, they are not the usual type of books that I have, because in the past the books that I show you are novels and storybooks, but these two these two are not. The first book is called What If. It's a really interesting book because it's like serious scientific answer to absurd hypothetical questions. You see, I'm a person who always asks, what if? Like, what if I can't come? What if like something happened? I guess this book would suit all those people who are very curious about stupid things in this world and worry about stupid things that doesn't really happen. And we wonder what will the result be. And finally, like, there's this book that answered the question. Well, this book is actually written by a NASA roboticist. Yep. So all this question is actually really scientific. So I mean, if you ask, what if a zombie come up of the tomb, or if a zombie like crawl out of your bed at night? Okay, that sort of question nobody can answer that. But this is more scientific, which means they can sort of like calculate things, and they're like, I guess it's part of it is like physics. I'm bad at physics, but I'm quite interested in this book because they ask questions such as let me ask you what kind of question would be interesting. Okay, if my printer could literally print out money, would it have that big an effect on the world? These are short answer questions. Okay, this one is pretty funny. I mean, pretty interesting. Like, if two immortal person were to place on opposite side of an uninhabited Earth-like planet, how long would it take them to find each other? 10,000 years? What? 100,000 years? A million years? Or a billion years? I don't know how to pronounce that. That's like 40. I'm not good with math. Well, I was good with math, but then I'm not good with numbers. So these are pretty interesting questions for for people who can't explain why they mind things like the way I do. I can't explain why my mind thinks certain things. And these days it's just really weird. Sometimes I would see like death images in front of my eyes. Like I would be that day I was standing at the train station, at the train railway, and then you know where the train will pass by is you see the gap between the train and the platform, and I was standing there, and it's almost like the train comes and I could see somebody, you know, getting twisted and the bone cracked and all that between the gap. Just really graphic and horrific. And I couldn't get it out of my mind. I don't know why it came into my mind or anything like that. I just can't explain it. I don't know if any of you guys will be interested, but I haven't read them. So what I plan to do is basically today's my last day of school, so 1 week before my exam really starts, and basically it ends in 6 days. Usually it doesn't. It drags on for like a week or like several weeks if it's concerning non-major electives. But this time I have all major, and they are just on 12th, 14th, and 16th, which I'm gonna die because basically you don't have enough time to prepare in between. You have to do it beforehand. But it's good in a way that I can get it, you know, over as soon as possible. Then I don't have to worry about them anymore. So afterwards I will have like a month off until mid-January before I start going back to school. So I'll have time to read and do other things. Hopefully I can film some good stuff for you guys. I don't think we're going for holiday because it's pretty expensive during the Christmas. The plane tickets, they're pretty expensive. So we'll see if we're going out, and then I can film stuff or like do silly things. Hopefully my mood will not be too bad. Hopefully I won't get jailed in the hospital, because you see this Monday I'm gonna see her, and if my leg is not getting better, either I go see my university doctor or I have to tell my doctor about it. And if I tell my doctor about it, she'll ask, how did you get the injury? I mean, every doctor is gonna ask, how did you get injury? And I would say like, I don't know, because I took some pills and then something happened and I woke up with this injury. well, other doctors, you can tell them like, oh, I took the flu medication, and then I thought I went to bed, but something happened. They wouldn't suspect anything, but for my doctor, no. She's gonna know that I did something. Particularly, the last time I saw her, I was in a terrible mood with my family issues, and then she asked me if I was scared that something's gonna happen. Then I say no, and something did happen. Well, I'm not scared of it, but just I have to find out the reason why my leg is not healing as quick as I would like it to be. Back to the second book. This one, it's really what I'm interested in. It's why we do why we do the things we do. It's basically psychology in a nutshell. It's not like I don't have time to read psychology. I'm interested in psychology. I really am. I'm interested in all the experiment, all the terms and all that, because sometimes when I talk to my psychologist, I will try to learn from her. But, you know, you see, sometimes what psychologists do is that they use layman terms instead of the terminology that they use in psychology in case that we don't understand. But I prefer her to use the specific terms because, you know, then I can learn things. Yeah. Anyway, this one, it talks about not only like why we do the things that we do. It basically talks about all the different experiments that they carry out in the within like when they study psychology. So they also I flip around, and then I saw that they talk about the Milgram experiment and also the prison experiment. Oh, I hate it. I hate somebody disturbing in the video. They talk about like, yeah, the prison experiment, which was played in a movie, whereby, you know, they asked people to pretend to be prisoner, they asked people to pretend to be the guard, and somehow along the way things got really out of hand, and, you know, they really took the authority. I mean, the guard really took the authority, and they started torturing people, and, you know, the external guy had to call to a stop to this experiment because it's going out of hand. And it's about like, I forgot what's the term it is in psychology, but it's pretty interesting. I love psychological experiment that they do in the past, because it's with all this experiment that we understand the way we do now, like how our brain functions, how we act. And psychology is basically behavior stuff and cognitive stuff. So why we do what we do, it's basically just summing up like what psychology is, because your brain controls whatever you do. So after I read two of this book, I'm going to do a review on them. So look out for the review, and I'll keep you guys updated. So give a thumbs up if you like this video. Also, thank you to those of you who are still watching my videos. Thank you. Bye.